outside Susan Avery in Wallara. I can smell the flowers from here and I cannot wait to get inside. Let's go. We're here with the woman who has changed the face of floristry in Australia, Susan Avery. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
So please tell us a little bit about Susan Avery Flowers and Events.
Well, we've a very established business. We've been going for 30 years now. I've personally been a florist for another 10 years longer than that, so there's no lack of experience happening. And yeah, we just love decorating anything. We're interior decorators using flowers and candles and plants.
So tell me, you started out 30 years ago, so what was the industry like back then?
Oh, I arrived in Sydney from Canada in 1979, and there was a very small number of what I would call good flower shops. There's probably two that come to mind in Sydney that weren't sort of doing triangles and, you know, that's sort of what we think of as old-fashioned floristry. So it was, because I'd already been doing flowers in a few places in the world already, I saw an opportunity. When I came here, I could just see there was this huge gaping hole in the industry, so I ended up staying.
So what sets your company apart from others?
Probably my team. I'm sure I've got the best team of florists in Sydney. Also, I'm hands-on all the time, and my husband, so it's a family business, but we've got fantastic, very, very talented team.
Discretion, economy and quality are hallmarks of Susan Avery. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, there's certainly been a number of times where I've been contacted by journalists trying to find out about famous people and what's going on in their lives and whether they've ordered their wedding flowers from me or not. And of course, we never say. You know, Valentine's Day, you get to hear everyone's little secrets and non-secrets and love lives, and of course we don't say.
Well, that's a bit exciting.
Got to hold it. We're like doctors, you know. You can't. You just got to keep it to yourself.
Yeah. Oh, fabulous.
We're entrusted with people's emotions. Quality, well, you know, we've never compromised on quality. We only buy the best flowers. We only have the best staff. We only have the best. That's just the way we do it. We throw, you know, 2 days after we've got flowers, they go, and we get fresh flowers, sort of thing. It's very important. You've got to be consistent too.
So you've prepared some flowers for some very memorable people, like Sir Elton John and the Queen. Can you tell me who your most memorable is?
I don't have a favourite, and I have to say that my everyday flower-loving clients are my absolute favourite. But it is always exciting to get to do flowers for famous people. I love them all. It's just everyone has different things that they like. Some people only like white, some people only like red, some people only like perfume flowers. It's just interesting.
So do you have any tips and tricks for our brides when they're choosing their bouquets?
I think the most important thing is to trust your supplier and to take advice from professionals, because that's what they do. I mean, I spend my whole life thinking about flowers and parties and weddings, and photographers spend their whole life about being a photographer. I mean, we're all very, very, very specialized in what we do. So I think, you know, if you're gonna, you might as well trust the person. You've got to find someone you trust, and then trust them. But I think also when one's trying to find out, to get started with a theme, I think it's really important to just sort of go into Pinterest, go into magazines, and just kind of find some things that you like to start clipping or pinning or whatever you need to do, because you'll find that there's a pattern.
So as a business owner, what advice do you have for our small business owners?
I do have some good advice. I think, you know, from my personal experience, when I started my business, I made the promise to myself that I wanted to be the best florist that I could be, and hopefully the best florist in Sydney, and if not Australia. And that's always been my aim, and I think I've pretty much got there. But I wish I'd said I wanted to be the best businesswoman, because business is business, and, you know, it could be flowers, it could be chickens, it could be cars. It's still business, and you really need to know and to keep an eye on the business side of things. I've learned the hard way a number of times, and Do you know, and if you don't know it yourself, just make sure you hire someone that does, someone that, you know, knows what you don't know, because it's really important. Just because you're busy doesn't mean you're making money.
That's some really, really great advice for everyone out there.